Welcome back to Beyond Crazy, where we dive into the most fascinating and bizarre aspects of the natural world. Today, we're exploring a creature that's been puzzling scientists and fascinating enthusiasts for centuries. Did you know cicadas were this weird? Stick around to discover the insane biology of the cicada. Emergence. This spring, the eastern United States is set to experience a phenomenon that hasn't been seen in years. Millions of periodical cicadas will emerge from the ground, creating a spectacle that can be both awe-inspiring and a little bit creepy. These insects burst from the soil in the dead of night, an event that early American settlers likened to a plague. But don't worry, they're not a danger to us. They don't bite, sting, or transmit diseases. Their biggest offence, being incredibly noisy. Unique development. Periodical cicadas belong to the genus Cicada and are unlike any other insect on Earth. Depending on the species, they spend either 13 or 17 years underground. During this time, they live in complete darkness, moving very little and consuming minimal food. Their diet consists of xylem, a nutrient-poor fluid from tree roots. No other insect takes this long to develop. When the time is right, millions emerge at once in perfect synchrony. They climb the nearest vertical surface, split open their skins, and transform into their final winged form. This process is an extraordinary display of nature's timing and coordination. The cicada chorus. Once they emerge, the cicadas waste no time starting their courtship rituals. Male cicadas gather in chorus centres to sing their mating calls, one of the loudest sounds produced by insects. This song is created by a unique organ called a timbal, which no other insect possesses. The sound can be deafening, but it's crucial for attracting females. Different species have distinct calls, helping females identify the right mates. Despite their noise, it's hard not to be impressed by these intense, loud, and crunchy creatures. Species and broods. There are 7 species of periodical cicadas in the United States, categorized into 3 groups: Decim, Cassini, and Dicula. The Decim group split off from the others about 3.9 million years ago, with Cassini and Dicula diverging 2.5 million years ago. These species have extremely lengthy developmental stages, 13 or 17 years. Broods, on the other hand, are groups of cicadas that emerge at the same time. Broods can consist of several different species, making the emergence events even more diverse. Survival strategy. Why do cicadas spend so long underground? The answer may lie in ancient climate changes. From 2.6 million to 11,700 years ago, North America experienced repeated glacial cycles. Researchers believe that the cicada's lengthy development periods evolved as a response to these environmental pressures. By emerging in such large numbers, cicadas employ a survival strategy known as predator satiation. Predators, unable to consume the sheer volume of cicadas, allow many to survive and reproduce. Timing mysteries. One of the biggest mysteries about cicadas is how they keep track of time underground. They don't have access to light or significant temperature fluctuations, which makes it puzzling how they know when 13 or 17 years have passed. Researchers hypothesize that cicadas might count the seasonal cycles of trees from which they feed. One experiment showed that cicadas could be tricked into emerging early if the seasonal cycles of their host trees were artificially accelerated. This suggests that their timekeeping is linked to the tree's growth patterns. Emergence process. When cicadas are ready to emerge, the soil temperature at a depth of 20 centimetre needs to reach about 64 Fahrenheit, 17.9 Celsius. This typically happens around April or May. The nymphs then tunnel their way through the dirt, sometimes creating mud turrets on their way out. They climb onto the nearest vertical surface and their skin splits along the thorax. The cicadas then wiggle free, their wings expand and their exoskeletons harden. This process prepares them for the courtship frenzy that follows. Mating rituals. Male cicadas use their tymbals to produce loud, species-specific calls. The calls are vital for attracting females and ensuring that they mate with the right species. Female cicadas respond by flicking their wings, signalling their readiness to mate. Once a pair mates, the female deposits her eggs into tree branches. She lays around 500 eggs, which hatch into nymphs that drop to the ground and burrow in, starting the cycle anew. Ecological impact? Cicadas play a significant role in their ecosystems. Their emergence provides a food bonanza for predators, including birds, squirrels, and even domestic pets. The sheer volume of cicadas can lead to a temporary increase in predator populations. After cicadas die, their bodies decompose, enriching the soil with nutrients. This nutrient boost benefits the forest floor, aiding plant growth and supporting a wide range of other organisms. Fungal infections. One particularly strange aspect of cicada biology involves a parasitic fungus called Massospora. This fungus infects cicadas, eventually causing them to lose the back half of their bodies. Despite this, the infected cicadas continue to fly and attempt to mate, driven by the psychedelic effects of the fungus, which contains psilocybin, the same chemical found in magic mushrooms. Global perspective. While periodical cicadas are most famous in North America, they aren't unique to this continent. There are two other species of periodical cicadas in the world, one in northeast India and another in Fiji. These species have shorter cycles, aligning with 4-year intervals, unlike the 13 and 17-year cycles of North American cicadas. When cicadas lose track of time, they tend to emerge either 4 years early or 4 years late, suggesting that their internal clocks might be counting in intervals of 4 years. Experimental insights. An entomologist in Connecticut, Chris Meyer, conducted a fascinating experiment starting in 1979. He dug up 100 cicada nymphs each year for 17 years to study their development. Meyer observed that cicadas take longer to transition between developmental stages as they age, and their growth rates are not uniform. Near the end of the 17-year experiment, he noted a change in the nymph's eye colour from white to red, indicating that they were preparing to emerge. Conservation and study. Understanding cicadas and their life cycles is crucial for conservation efforts. Despite their large numbers, cicadas face threats from habitat destruction and climate change. Researchers continue to study these fascinating insects to learn more about their biology and how to protect them. Supporting this research helps ensure that we can continue to witness these incredible natural events and understand the complex interplay between cicadas and their ecosystems. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the insane biology of cicadas. If you found this video fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more mind-blowing content from Beyond Crazy. Share your thoughts or any cicada stories in the comments below. Until next time, keep exploring the wonders of our weird and wonderful world,